welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are in Ulda in front of Jenlins and want to do our level 80 Paladin quest. We're fighting for. If it isn't Serenia, how fare you, my friend? Still keeping up your training, I trust? With Sultan Swan, I have not been idle either. Seeking ways to better serve our nation, we have joined hands with a Gladiator's guild. We train with one another, helping to own each other's sword arms. The guild even dispatched its members to assist us in guarding the palace. None of this would have been possible without First Sword Mylla's cooperation. She's a dedicated woman, dedicated to her art and to her own, and I have the utmost respect and admiration for her. And it was with deep concern that I noticed that something troubled her of late. Whereas before she was amenable, she had become given to brooding silences. I considered offering to lend an ear, but as a relatively new acquaintance, I did not wish to appear overly familiar. But you, Serenia? You are her close friend. Will you not seek her out and inquire after the source of her consternation? Hey, Mylla. Oh, it's you, Serenia. Been a while. What brings you here today? Jenlins is worried about you. He is. Gods, was I being that obvious? Forgive me. I don't mean to sound ungrateful. It's kind of generous to worry about me. You see, it's Aldis. He returned to Ulda. He's been pardoned, so he has every right to be here. But I just don't understand what's going through his mind. That isn't the very woman I've been longing to see. Been to the Far East? Samurai, huh? Greetings, Serenia. You look well for someone who's been raising hells the world over. Huh? I see my attire intrigues you. When I took my leave of the Ul Cup, I believe I said something to the effect of still having much to learn. That's what I've been doing, learning. I remember the elderly samurai was making short work of our gladiators, so I decided to journey to the Far East and train in his style. Musosai, the teacher of a samurai in the up to 60 quests. You never cared for convention or tradition. Is it any wonder we're confused to see you actually look the part? I suppose you're right. But you have to admit, Mylla, I look pretty good in this. So, Serenia, how about you and I have a bout, for old time's sake? Gladly. We are one of a kind, huh? You and I. When we see a mighty foe, we can't resist the urge to test ourselves. Now, as much as I fancy a rematch in the Colosseum, we have to settle for a humbler venue this time. Let's see. How about Scorpion Crossing outside the gate of the Sultana? There's a space there, if not a lot of people to watch our glorious match. Oh, don't you even think about fighting in the city. If you must feed your vanity, I'll attend as witness. At the very least, I can explain the situation to the brass plates should they appear. Thanks, I appreciate it. And there you have it, Serenia. I see you at Scorpion's Crossing. Can't believe this. Go on ahead. I'll follow in a moment. I hope he's satisfied. Looking forward to this. Come, my friend, let's begin. Impossible. How did you become so strong? I found something worth protecting. You journeyed to another world and found something you wish to protect. Aldis? What's the meaning of this? There's no point. As I am, I don't stand a chance against Serenium. You would admit defeat before you even fought? It's unseemly, aye. But because of my training, I've come to know Mylla. Come to know the power of resolve and the difference it makes. Forgive me. I need a moment alone. This isn't the Aldis I know. He never once backed down from a fight. I don't doubt if you've grown stronger since last we met. But so has Aldis. That's why he challenged you to put his training to the proof. Yet, by that self-same training, he could see that he was no match for you. I don't know what to say. Well, it's no use pondering things here. Let's return to the guild. Aldis hasn't returned. I wouldn't be surprised if he left Uldar again. Wouldn't be the first time he disappeared as quickly as he arrived. Don't blame yourself. The problem is Aldis isn't Aldis alone. It's up to him to resolve it, however long that may take. At any rate, don't feel compelled to linger on his account. I'm sure you have much demands on your time. Come and visit again when you have a chance. Sorry for taking off like that. Truth be told, I'm ashamed to show my face, but there's something I needed to tell you. After I left, I thought long and hard on your words. On that which you said made you strong. It led me to ask myself, what is it that I wish to protect? And you found your answer? I did. Fool that I am, it took me a long time, but I finally realized that it was always close by. Aldis. Mylla, this is embarrassing for me to say, but that which is dearest to me that I cannot bear to lose is the Gladiator's Guild. What? The old guildmaster, he was as a father to me, and this place is as a home. No matter where my path may lead, the guild will always welcome me with open arms. I realize that now. Aldis, you... So if I'm to protect the guild, it means, well, you know... It means I have to be at the guild. So from today, I'm giving up the itinerant life. After all these years coming and going as you please, sending nary a word, you think you can just stay here? You got a lot of nerve. Oh, well, Mylla, if I didn't know better, I'd say you were worried about me. Shut your mouth! If you wish to stay, then do as you like. That's what you're good at. Ah, there's what grimace I know and love. There's truly no place like home. But just aside, Serenia, because of you, I finally realized what's important to me. For that I give you my thanks. From here on, I'll watch over the guild while I continue owning my skills. Who knows, if I work hard I might even become the first sword one day. Not on your life. No one would entrust the guild to a selfish bastard such as you. And skills or no, you're starting from the bottom like the rest. Aye aye, whatever you say. It was good seeing you, my friend. Do come and visit again. From now on, you know where to find me. Like a knight in shining armor. 4. And now he stands here. Always good to see you. Let's have another bout soon, huh? I'll make sure I'm ready for you next time. Always a pleasure. Whenever you visit, our members train that little bit harder. Funny that. Since Aldis decided to stay, we have more folks come knocking on our door. They aspire to be like the Sword of Nald. And like your good self, of course. Only time will tell who will go the distance, but you may be certain that I will push them for all they're worth. Couldn't do any less, what with the bar having been raised so high. Right, Serenia? As before, our order works close with the Gladiators Guild in this way to raise our art to newfound heights, as her grace desired. However, this was a great joy that we received the tidings of Alamigo's liberation. With Uda presently hosting countless refugees, the coming days promise to be hectic for her grace. The same is true for the Sultan's sworn, but whatever may be required of us, we stand ready to rise to the challenge. Those who come. Boats that ranks from the Ul Cup. Okay. Good. That's the Paladin quest. Bit shorter, but very cool. Until next time, man, when we play more Final Fantasy XIV, I'm Mace and don't get lost.